Sonya Isaacs' testimony, trusting God after the loss of her baby girl, Ayva. In 2014, Christian artist Sonya Isaacs and her husband, Jimmy Yeary, faced a heartbreaking tragedy, the stillbirth of their precious baby girl, Ayva. What was supposed to be a moment of celebration and new life turned into one of deep sorrow and unimaginable grief. They had prepared for her arrival with love and excitement, but instead, they were met with silence in the delivery room, a silence that would forever echo in their hearts. Losing a child is one of life's most devastating blows. There are no words that can fully capture the depth of that pain. For Sonya and Jimmy, it was not just the loss of a baby, it was the loss of a lifetime of dreams, of watching her grow up, laugh, walk, sing, and blossom. The grief was raw, and the wound was deep. But what stands out so powerfully in Sonya's story is not just the sorrow, it's the faith. Even as she and her family walked through the valley of loss, she never let go of Jesus. In fact, she leaned even harder on him. Sonya has shared openly about how her faith carried her through those dark days. She didn't pretend to be strong. She cried, she grieved, she asked questions. But at every step, she brought her pain to the Lord. She didn't try to hide her brokenness from God. She gave it to him.
Well, we're in Hendersonville Memory Gardens, and this is called Babyland. All of the babies in this area are 2 and under. And we have one right here. It'll be 2 years in October. She passed away at 6 months of pregnancy in 2014. And I have to say that coming here is so peaceful because they allow them to hang the wind chimes for the babies, and when there's a breeze you can hear the chimes, and it kind of lets you know that you're not alone when you see all these, unfortunately, all these little baby markers, that you're not the only one that's had to go through it. And it is a hard thing to go through, and you do get through it. Somehow you do get through it by taking one step at a time, one breath at a time. And then the next thing you know, 2 years later, you're visiting and you're not crying, or you may cry, but it's not as much. And you can look back and be grateful for the chance that you had to have this memory. And that's what I feel like when I come here. I'm sad because I grieve her lifetime and the fact that I'll never know her alive. But I also am grateful that I had the chance to carry her, and that heaven is sweeter because she's waiting for me there.
Through worship, she found her anchor. She continued to sing, not because everything was fine, but because worship reminded her of who God is, a father who knows pain, who lost his own son, and who promises to be near in our sorrow. Sonya's songs after Ayva's passing became even more powerful. They weren't just melodies, they were offerings. Offerings of tears, offerings of hope, offerings of faith that declared, God is still good, even when life hurts.
We just finished our ultrasound, and Jimmy, tell him what it is.
Well, I love boys, we got us a son, and now we're gonna have a girl.
A girl! Okay, and this, I have to tell y'all, this is a little dress that I bought 20 years ago, and it's been hanging in my closet because I prayed that one day I would have a little girl. And it's the cutest thing I ever saw, and I just had to buy it, and so I got it. She's gonna wear this one day. Thank God. Thanks for all the prayers, everybody. Yay!
She often reminded others that God doesn't always change our circumstances, but He does change us in the midst of them. He gives us grace for every step, even when we don't feel strong enough to take the next one. She believed, and continues to believe, that Ayva is in the arms of Jesus, and that one day, they will be together again for eternity. That promise of reunion is what helps her carry on. For those who are grieving today, Sonya's story offers powerful hope. You are not alone. Jesus walks with you through the valley of sorrow, even when you can't feel him. Your pain is not wasted. God collects every tear you cry, Psalm 56 verse 8, and promises that one day He will wipe away every tear from your eyes, Revelation 21 verse 4. It's okay to grieve. Grieving doesn't mean you have lost your faith. It means you loved deeply. Healing takes time. Some wounds leave scars, but those scars become testimonies of God's faithfulness. Hope remains. Because of Jesus, there is a promise of reunion. Sonya knows she will see her baby again one day in heaven, healthy, whole, and waiting with open arms.
Yeah, would you be free from your burden of sin? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Would you o'er evil victory win? Wonderful power in the blood. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. Play it, honey. Yeah. Well, would you be free from your passion and pride? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Come for cleansing to Calvary's tide. Wonderful power in the blood. Here we go. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. Hey, there is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. In the precious blood of the Lamb. In the precious blood of the Lamb.
Sonya and Jimmy's faith-filled response to their loss is a shining testimony. Even when life breaks your heart, God can hold the pieces. Their continued worship, songwriting, and testimonies have brought hope to countless others facing similar losses. Their lives declare this beautiful truth. Even when the worst happens, God's goodness is unshakable. His love is deeper than our grief, and His promises are greater than our pain.